All right, guys, so this is called the exterior angle theorem. Now, last time we dealt with triangles. Now, I'm going to go at this a little bit differently. I'm going to go real basic here at the beginning, just show you exactly what you need to do to be able to solve these, okay? Now, what I'm going to tell you is just something that you would memorize very short. So if you're not going to do it a bunch, I need you to get a little bit better understanding of it, honestly. But for today, just learning the basics will get you through today. All right, so what we have here, inside a triangle, last time we talked about it, we have 3 angles, okay? And I've given you 2 of them. Now, what I'm looking for is the angle outside. Now, there's something specific about this angle outside. This angle outside is formed from a straight line, one of these straight lines that continues from the triangle and goes in a straight line, okay? And if you remember from last time, a straight line is worth 180 degrees, okay? So it has to be part of a straight line, and it's gotta be a straight line that comes off of your triangle, okay? So here's the key. If you look at this also ahead of time, and I'm asking what am I looking for, it looks like this is greater than 90 degrees. This is more than a right angle. So before I even begin, this is greater than 90, okay? And the rule is basically this. This outside angle is equal to the 2 angles that are furthest from it added together, okay? So, for instance, if I say x, y, z, I'm just gonna put some letters to these angles here. So, x is the closest angle to it. Y and z are the furthest angles from it, okay? So, I know that these 2 added together equals this. So, all I have to do is 80 plus 40, and get 120. And that makes sense because we said this looked like it was greater than 90. That makes sense, okay? Now this angle here, it looks like it's less than 90. Or sorry, it actually looks like it's around 90, okay? So that kind of gives us an idea. And again, if I know that the 2 angles that are furthest from it add up to equal the angle on the outside, then in this case, I'm only missing 1 piece of information. Now you can do 2 things here. You could either go, all right, these 2 added together equals 110. So if you're missing 1 piece of information, that's just basic subtraction. 110 minus 20 equals 90, okay? So even though there wasn't 90 degree symbol there, it ended up being 90, all right? So let me show you another way you could look at that problem. I know that these 2 angles added together will equal the one on the outside, okay? So you could set it up this way. You could have said 20 plus an unknown angle equals 110. And then we could work on some of those one-step equations, which means I just need to get this x by itself. So I just subtract 20, x equals 90. Okay. All right, so again, the basic here is make sure that you're adding up the 2 angles. Okay, so in this case, I'm just putting some letters in this one. So x, y, z, a, they mean nothing. They're just random things here, okay? So again, these 2 angles that are furthest from it. So if I'm looking at a, the 2 angles that are furthest from it are z and y. So x and y are the furthest from it. So x plus y would equal a in this instance. Okay, same here. These 2 add together to equal this. These 2 add together to equal this, but since I was missing one of my numbers that I add together, I can just know my total and subtract. Okay, I'm going to show you one other way of solving these problems. Okay. But remember, before you begin, you should always kind of look at your angles to see, do they look like they look greater than 90, less than 90, maybe right around 90, okay? So I'm going to show you one other way of doing this problem, okay? I'll do one of these each. And here's where our straight lines come into play, all right? All right, so here, I have a triangle, and we said that a triangle has 180 degrees in it. So if I find this, I'll be able to find this. So first of all, I'm going to try and find that real quick. So I know that there's 40 there, 80 here, add them together, that's 120. Okay, and I said the total of a triangle is 180. So if I have 180 total and I have 120 here, then that means I'm missing 60. Okay, with me so far? So I found the inside of a triangle. Now I'm going to erase this just so we can see, so you see it better. Now all of a sudden, if you'll notice, I just have this straight line that has been separated into two sides. So if 60 of it's over here, and there's 180 degrees total, then 180 minus 60 would have told me that that was 120, which is exactly what we got before when we add those two numbers together. So here I'm going to look at it. I'm not going to erase the entire thing, but same type of problem. We have a straight line, okay? And right now, if I said, what's this? It's inside a triangle, but I'm missing one of the important information that I need to find. In order to solve for a missing angle, I've got to at least know two of them. So I can find this. Let's cover it, okay? Straight line's worth 180 degrees. If 110's over there, that means that there is 70 here. Now we can look at this triangle and go, oh, well, there's 20, there's 70, the one thing that's missing, I can find once I add these together. Okay, so that equals 90. So here's 90, I'm missing one thing. So again, if there's 180 degrees in a triangle, 180 minus 90 gives me 90. Okay, so the beginning of that video is the easier, just getting you through the day. Some of this is more complicated, but it's a much better way of understanding.